Hello and welcome to yet another dimension. I am Jeremy. Lucid Espresso, not here. I know he loves Demon Slayer, but he's not here. But his new t-shirt is here. The Kohai Squad University t-shirt. The link is in the description below this Etsy store. Check it out. A lot of great items on that. More to come. And get the University Squad shirt, because if you want Senpai to notice you, you got to join the Kohai Squad. So let's get to the review. I just watched Demon Slayer episode 4, season 3. I'm just going to call season 3, all right? You know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Tokito. I'm so used to calling him Muchiro. That's what I'm going to call him. But, man, I've been waiting for this. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is a nice, juicy episode with lots of fighting, and I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it. My favorite, second favorite episode, because the first episode was great. Because we had the upper 6 and Muzan. I don't know why. Why am I acting like I want Muzan? Okay. I kind of do, but I really like this episode. Tundra was a beast in terms of his using his mind in battle, like being on the battlefield and like thinking how to defeat his enemies. He's a tactician. I really like that about Tundra, and like how he so easily can just like, oh yeah, notice something, and it was sweet. We have Muchiro. We figure out something very important about him, and we have Misiri. She even comes at the very end, and so it's craziness, and the fight was cool. Genya was dope as hell, is badass. So Demon Slayer continues to impress. So I really looking forward to the next episode, and I love this episode. So let's get down to the a little bit more of the detail of it. We learned more about Muchiro through him saving Kotetsu from some one of the monsters or demons made by, I believe, the upper 5 demon, because it has a vase on it, the fish, and he decides to save him. And even though Kotetsu, he used to make fun of, he made fun of him, call him a seaweed head, even though he never said that to him. So he just outed himself. It kind of reminds Muchiro that it's like a little flashback, and we know that he's a victim of amnesia. A very common trope in anime, but I thought this was done well, because I don't know why I didn't see it coming. And it reminds me of Kisniver, the main character, Katsukan, because he's unfortunately has amnesia as well. So he's slowly getting his memory back. So that's why he's so like monotone and doesn't care about like anything but just getting the job done. He kind of seems like a robot. So that explains it. So he used to be a happy-go-lucky kid that's seen in like the credits, but now for the influence of Tanjiro, he's getting his memory back, and you show and also it shows a flashback of like his master. He's talking to him. He's like, "Yeah, you'll get your memory back eventually." It would just be like a slight, like little insignificant thing, and it happens here. Unfortunately, the one thing I don't like about this episode, and it was in the Mugen Train movie as well, the CG. I know they want to because how he cuts off the head of the fish and comes back as like all bubbly. I guess it's like an easier way to do it. It's not as bad as some shows but I think it's passable. It's not great. It's just passable. It kind of took me out of it when like they're all running in the city. I was like, this is kind of goofy. It's not really scary. It's just more like goofy. So it kind of took me out of it. That's like the only kind of bad thing I didn't like about this episode. But I like the character development of Muchiro a lot. So it was his conflict was like, should I save this kid or should I go straight to the village? It makes sense to go straight to the village because, so people are going to miss the kid, but he's thinking about like saving the many rather than just the one. But it helps him bring back his memory, so it was very important to do. So let's get to Tanjiro, where Tanjiro is facing one of the 4 splinter off heads of the upper 4. Yeah, upper 4. And it's, I believe, Joy. It's the flying, like, eagle-like one, bird-like one. And he's trying to figure out how to defeat it. And, like, he's slicing it up. And then he realizes It uses like this like screeching ability, the upper 4 clone, and it realizes it. Oh, more I cut it up, the weaker it is. And it kind of reminds me of Naruto's Shadow Clone Jutsu. I mean, it's still strong, but once it like divides it more, his power gets like, you know, lesser. So it kind of reminded me of that. I thought it would work that way. So like not about to say Naruto, Tanjiro figures out like, oh, so there's 4 emotions. There's joy, pleasure, anger, and sorrow. And he's he's facing off against joy. So he's like trying to like, you know, he's a master of like trying to figure out what's going on, and that really like helps him on the end because he is strong, but his mind I think it is stronger. So like he just determines what's going on. So he's like figuring out a plan because he has to get back to the building where Genya and Nezuko is at, because they're having trouble with the other 3. So he devised a plan where he's gonna grab on, like have the Joy upper 4 grab onto him, and he's gonna, you know, put his sword through his mouth, because he splits the sword and he realizes on the tattoo or whatever it is on his tongue that it makes him regenerate slower. And he like figures it out so fast, so like and it's believable. It's not like, because Tanjiro, he's done this in the past many times, and that's why he gotten so far. And before we get to the actual where he's at, I mean, gets thrown straight to where Nezuko and Genya at. Genya, he's about to die because he's stabbed by Sorrow, and then out of nowhere he starts, you know, chanting. Like, I guess he's a religious guy. I mean, it's really helping him. I don't know what it is. I think it's making him like rejuvenate, like Wolverine or something like that. I don't know, like the demons. But every time he does that, he's fine. And like he's like, oh, that look. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you. So in the Sorrow, it's the one that stabbed him. He's like, what's going on? Like, why won't you die? Like, so sad. And then the anger one, it just uses his lightning staff. It's kind of reminding me of Raiden from Mortal Kombat. So he's like keeps on using that. You can't really get away with that. And then Nezuko is getting like held back by Pleasure, and he's just having fun with her. And eventually, they just fucking wreck Nezuko, and like the effects, is beautiful. Like, this show is like, wow, it never fails to amaze me how beautiful it is. Like, definitely probably the best looking show, especially during the fights. The effects are like out of this world. Like, watching like Hell's Paradise to this is like night and day. Like, Hell's Paradise still looks good, but like once you watch that, it looks like movie quality stuff. And I really appreciate it. And like the fights are like engrossing, and like in the music, I was listening, I was using my headphones, and like the music was like, especially when Genya's part, it was like pulsating, like beating drums, is like, it was sweet. So I really like that part. And then yeah, it looks like it's bad, like they're gonna die, Genya and Nezuko. Naruto. I'm about to keep up now. Bring up Naruto. I'm about to say Naruto. I'm about to say Sasuke. Fuck Sasuke. Tanjiro, he flies with joy, like, and like crashes into the house and runs towards Anger, and Anger is about to electrocute him, but Tanjiro has the Joy's like, you know, like claw. And he's like, oh, how does he know that it nullifies my lightning? Because it's like the same cells. Tanjiro cuts off the Joy's claw and realizes, yeah, you can use that to nullify his lightning. I'm like, damn, fuck Naruto and Sasuke. It's all about Tanjiro. Tanjiro nullifies it with Joy's claw, and he cuts Anger's tongue to slow down his rejuvenation, so he can get to Nezuko and save Nezuko. It was badass. Like I say, Tundra, he's a badass for that. And I mean, he's showed in the past, but he used his mind in this, and I really love that. Joy, he uses like his little flap thing. I don't know what it's called. He fans the shit out of them, and like the pressure is so much. What? Pleasure. He joy, pleasure. It's the same. I mean, it's a fine line between joy and pleasure, I guess. But pleasure, he fans his fan or whatever, and like it's so forceful on Nezuko and Tundra. Like they go through the fucking floor. And like they're knocked out, like their eyes goes white, and they made it look like they're dead. They're probably just knocked out, but it's looking bad for them. But Genya, he's ready to fight, and I thought he was really cool. But that was like basically the end, and then we cut to Missouri running. He's like, I need my friends need me, so that's the end of the episode, and I'm really looking forward to the next episode because it's about to go down, and I think it's a fair fight now. I don't know what's going to go on in the village. Oh wait, is Nezuko going to not Nezuko, but Missouri going to the village? My bad. Missouri is going to the village, so she's going to be in the village taking care of the upper 5, while the others are going to be taking care of the upper 4. So that makes sense. Hopefully, Missouri can take care of the upper 5 by itself, but I loved it so far. For the final review, I'll give it 8.5. It was good. I want to be like glued to my seat the whole time. The fish demons unfortunately took me out of it a little bit, but there was not much issues in it. It was close to a 9, but I'm definitely looking forward to the next episode. I can't wait. But let me know what your thoughts of episode 4 of Demon Slayer season 3. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next dimension.